And hello and welcome, pool fans from all over the world, to the 2025 Predator European Pool Championships. We are coming to you live from Estonia, in the Gulf of Finland, at the Kalevi Sports Hall in the beautiful city of Tallinn, Estonia. This match is men's 8-ball. Not started yet. I'll go back.
Yeah, I think it has started, George. They're measuring with the other cue balls to see who is closest to the rail. And as I can see it, it's Mario Hey who won the leg.
Well, guys, I see it now. I looked away from the screen and didn't see the whole leg. Thank you, Joris. That was Joris Frommersfort from the Netherlands, and myself, I'm George THF from the USA, bringing you the live action here in Tallinn. Joris, what do you think about these two guys? These guys are very good friends.
Yeah, they travel a lot together, Dennis and Mario, also through America. They have been sharing cars, so they know each other very well. And both players are absolutely at the top of the level here in this European Pool Championships.
And it's been a great championship. This is 8-ball, race to 8. 101 players started out. We're down to the final 32 in the single elimination round. Mario from Mario from Austria, and Dennis from Estonia, local hometown favorite. Mario starts out with a scratch.
Yeah.
Go.
Didn't get kicked in. He went to the long right rail, bounced back up, and scratched in the left side pocket. Wow. And it's quite easy to target where the challenge is in this rack for Dennis. And that will be the bottom 3 balls, the 12, 4 and 5 balls. And that will be the difficulty here. And it's up to Dennis to find some routes to
some way to
finish the puzzle.
Yeah. There's two ways I see he could address that. He can address it with the solids with the ball right next to it, and shoot the 5 ball to the left-hand corner, and at that time open up the 4. Or he can, I'm not sure if the stripe in the little group, was it the 12 ball as you mentioned?
Yeah, it
goes to the left side. So he has to move it from the 9. I would not move it here though, because he won't have an insurance shot. He made an insurance shot.
The ball he went for was developed.
Yes, exactly. He developed his insurance shot. Dennis, a very, very strong player, coming off some very strong wins here. He just won here in Las Vegas in the United States. He won the Las Vegas Open, which is a very big tournament. And he's been playing very, very well. He defeated Filler in a big comeback match. He was down quite a ways and grinded his way back, and it turned out to be a big upset the way it happened. Played beautifully.
Yeah, and he's a pacey player. If his turbo is on, then he cleans up a rack within a minute. And for now he's taking it easy. If you will see his actual pace, that will be double or triple this speed. And Dennis and Mario has played each other for quite some times. I was there in Veldhoven in the Netherlands during the European Championships. Mario has beaten Dennis 9-2, and afterwards Mario eventually won the title again. He defended his title. So that was a important match between them two.
Oh, they've competed quite a bit. And Dennis with the opening rack there, they competed quite a bit here in the U.S. at the Predator tournaments. In addition, Dennis just got off of winning last year, I believe it was late in the year. He won the Maldives Open.
I remember that
Predator tournament. Yes, yeah. He's just really come up lately. I've had the pleasure of actually doing commentary with Dennis here in the United States. He sat in the booth. He's such a good guy. Both of them very level-headed. You don't see much emotion from them. And off to the first game of this race to 8. WPA rules.
Yeah, so there's no more breaking outside the box. Breaking from inside the box is allowed. Dennis made a ball in the side pocket. And therefore can continue in this second rack. I don't think the 1 ball passes the 11, so that's a thing to watch. Therefore he might go with the stripes. And he also might start with that little funny combination at the 4-10. Yes, he is.
Nice call, because that opens up the entire rack. Very good. Very nicely called there, Joris.
Thanks. Now looking from the 9 to stun it back to the 13. Because if that ball is gone, then everything has been done in this rack.
And you had the perfect angle to do just that. Dennis looking good through here.
Yeah, probably draw this 2 rails out towards the free ball in the center. Leaves him a couple of choices.
He'll have to end up, after running the balls at the top of the table, he'll have to end up where he is now for the 8 ball. Because I don't believe it goes by the 5.
No, indeed.
It does go by the 7.
Yeah, it definitely goes by the 7. Nice shot. That's the Estonia flag, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It is a symbol from Estonia. He is local. He's been representing them for a long time. I remember the first time meeting Dennis, I didn't know where Estonia was. I didn't know Estonia was a country. And now I've seen a lot of it, and I mean, I've read up on it, and it is a beautiful country and a beautiful city in Tallinn. Great area, very picturesque.
You've traveled there by yourself, George?
No, I've never traveled there. I just opened up Google Maps and I got a good look at everything there.
Yeah, that's a digital route towards a country.
You know, I have traveled to Austria, though, on 2 occasions with Predator over to Klagenfurt for their big tournaments there.
Yeah, Klagenfurt, yeah.
And Mario He's country. In fact, Mario helped me a couple of times with... I was getting some medication at the store, and he interpreted for me what it said.
Nice.
So I wasn't sure what I was getting, but game number 2 goes to Dennis. 2-0 over Mario He, and I don't believe Mario has left the table, except for the break.
Yeah, only the break off with the scratch. And
yes.
It was a run out and a break and run by Dennis afterwards, so Mario is eager to get some nice table time here. Get a foot in the match.
He'll want to make up for that break. The last one, he doesn't want to scratch. He wants control here. Breaking to play the 2 balls behind the head ball. If he's breaking from the center, he is. So look for the 14 and the 7 going to the side pockets. And the 14's down. Oh, the 15, excuse me, the brown one.
Yep, and I can see that there's only one issue at the bottom left. The 3, 7 and the 10 are clustered together. Need some work with it. And if I can take a look at the possible entries in this 3rd rack, it could only be the stripes, as I don't see any solid balls available to attack with. So that means that he has to do something with the 10.
That's the only ball he has to get to. The good thing is the 9, if he's on the right side of the 9 ball, he can address the 10. He can also go there from the 2 of the balls next to the 9. But he has to be very careful to open it up to a position where he can attack.
Well, he actually opened it up right now. Did you see that he moved the 5 ball away from the line from the 10 ball towards the top corner where the green 14 is hanging? That was
Very
blocked.
good observation.
Now it's open.
Very good observation, Juris. And you're correct. He can play it from the bottom and just stop the ball. And you can get to that angle from the 9. So it's perfect.
Absolutely.
Doesn't want to overrun this and get behind. Oh, he overran just a little. I believe he was going for the 13 next.
Yeah, he's
got
now
the 9
looking
ball
at the
now.
9 and throw it back to the 10. And go to the 12 and the 13. Use the 13 as the last ball. That's a routine. That's the beauty of this game. 8 ball. There are many outs, many routes, many road maps. And it's not always one route as the best.
You know what's funny about 8 ball, Juris, as you just mentioned, is sometimes you create your roadmap with a lot of twists and turns, and sometimes it's just right in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
He'll go up above the 13, I believe, so you get an angle that comes straight. Oh, he's going to come straight across. I thought he might go up and play the 13 to the bottom right, which he's going to do, and bring the cue ball to the bottom rail towards the 10.
To me, that would have been the shot, because then you're playing into the line towards 10. That gives you a lot more. Well, he played it perfect, didn't he? That's
Look how beautifully he played that. Wow, what great speed he had on that ball.
Amazing.
And a break and run by Mario, I would think. Just these 2 balls.
Well played. That position shot there was very delicate.
Extremely delicate. Nice way to put it. And a break and run. So we've had 2 break and runs so far, and a complete run clearance by Dennis. Each player has broken run. Dennis cleared off the table when Mario scratched for a 2-1. Let's take a look here. I don't know if you use Fargo a lot in Europe, but in Fargo, Dennis is an 801, Mario is an 813. Dennis is also ranked number 2 by the WPA, and Mario is ranked number 7 by the WPA. So it's a very tight match, and the numbers all lead to a very tight match.
So we can already write down a hill match?
It's possible that the break's going to make the difference. Mario scratches again, Dennis will take advantage, and vice versa, of course. Either player, any mistake will be addressed and punished, really, by the players. I would say it stays within 2 games.
Within 2 games, okay, yeah. So Dennis is now actually up one mini break. As Mario, he scratched on the break. And up until now, we haven't seen any miss.
No.
Run and 2 break and runs.
And the cue balls have been just perfect.
Yeah. So he probably take on the 4 ball. Four ball does not pass the green 14 ball towards that corner where he's standing over. So I assume you take it out of the way right now, even though you're hampered with that 13 ball. But I'd like to get it away anyway. He doesn't need to elevate that much, so it should be good. We'll continue with the 6 ball.
This looks very good. He'll take the 6, probably the 7, then the 5 ball, and he's going to go to the 2 ball now. I was going to say he might leave that 2 ball for last to be in that
Yeah.
position for the 8. I thought he would go from the 7 to the 5 to the 2. Instead, he's going to go a little different.
Yeah.
He's going to go
probably
different.
2-7-5.
Mm-hmm.
Although he's drawing this. No. So probably the 5 now. Stop shot.
Now see if he draws. Will he stop it? Do you think? I think he might have to bring it back. Give him a pretty steep angle if he stops it.
I think it's close enough to the pocket to.
Very good.
Yeah.
Good call. I don't like these little steep. I don't like draining the cue ball, but this is perfect actually. Especially if he's tall, he can reach.
Yeah. Yeah, the 7 was close enough to the pocket to roll this in. And another break and run. 3-1 now.
Wow. 4 games, and 3 of them break and runs. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Extreme.
the level in the European pool championships is high anyway. I see a lot of players that are capable in running so many racks. It's also very difficult to predict any favorite for the title. Of course, Dennis will be one, Mario will be one, but like you can name 6-7 other people.
Well, let's see if we can predict someone else that might be up there. I believe Albin Ocean's playing in this.
Yep.
Albin's another one that should be up there.
Always. He'll be up there.
Yes, he's always up there. Conrad's been playing. Conrad Yashushin's been playing very, very well. And
yeah, and then you've got tons of people from Poland, together with Konrad Jurčicin. Yeah, Tobias Bongers.
Yeah.
But
Tobias.
Yeah, sorry.
You know, Tobias won the 10 ball and played very, very well. We saw some exciting matches from him. There's just a ton of talent here in Estonia this month.
But only the title chances for Mario in this 8 ball is getting lower and lower. Again, a scratch in the side on his break brings Mario back on the table with a decent chance now to go 4-1 up. And we're already at the single elimination rounds, so if he loses, he's out.
Yes, there was 101, I believe it was, players that signed up for this. And here we are, final 32. 30 countries were represented in this tournament.
I didn't even knew there's so many countries in Europe.
Well, there are so many. 30 countries.
Wow.
In the women's play, there were in the 8 ball. There's excuse me. Let me see. What was it? There's 22 countries represented from the women. So you know they really come to this tournament. Oh, what a beautiful shot that was right there to open that up.
Yeah, but the 11 is not far away enough towards the rail to open up the 8 ball. So the 8 ball is still.
I think he's going to try to cheat the pocket. Oh, I thought he was going to try to cheat the pocket and move the 11 right there.
Ah, okay. No, he might kiss the 8 right now. Many options.
Yeah, he has to just a little nibble, doesn't he, to put it to the rail and not have it come off the rail, of course. He wants it off the rail so he can go.
Yeah, or he can go forward and travel from the 5 back to the 10. Yeah, that's the target.
And shots like this are easier to measure the speed because you have the 10 ball and the rail to land on. This is beautiful position, beautiful play by Dennis.
Absolutely, inch perfect.
Pinpoint perfect, exactly. And another clearance with a run out by Dennis.
Yeah, and you were right, George. That 10 ball really helps navigating your cue ball, as it's already
Yeah.
visual for yourself. Like, okay, I gotta send it that way, and it really helped Dennis to find that inch perfect position.
When you're playing position to tight areas like that, and you have a rail or a ball, you exactly what you just said. You visualize it so much better, and that also helps you if it's a little, if your speed's off a little bit, it helps you stop the ball.
Yeah. So 5-1 lead now for Dennis. Quite comfortable. And to top that off, he also has the 6th rack to break off. Breaking just outside the center of the table. A little pop break.
We're 5 games into this match, and the only problems have been Mario He's break. He's scratched twice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Other than that, there's been 5 clearances.
Yep. And, well, there's quite a big chance that it will go into a 6th one. Starting off with the 15, because stripes will be, I assume, the one to go for. And quite soon you will have to take care of that green 14 ball, because that opens up the 11 ball. And of course you have to take away the 10 ball before the 13 ball at the right side. So the 10 will go right now, and I expect him to draw it straight back towards that yellow 9 ball at the left, and to take away the 14 first.
Extension.
I like that.
So probably take his
14.
extension on his cue. Yep.
I'm surprised he doesn't play with it full time, as tall as he is.
Well, it's quite a personal preference. I'm 192, so that's 6'7", and I wouldn't. I try to use an extension all the time, but I just don't like the extra weight at the back of my cue.
Now, let me ask you a question about that. Yours, when you're using the extension, do you feel it kind of solidifies and stabilizes your backhand as you're stroking the ball?
No, it's not for me. It wasn't working like that. For me, it was like the cue is just pushing through even further than I want. So I have some kind of feeling that I have to throw it into the cue ball instead of an extension of my back arm. So for me, it didn't work out.
Okay. Sounds good. I always ask people when they do use extensions how it feels, if it helps in any way to maybe stabilize or straighten out the stroke. But at the professional level, you've worked on your mechanics so much that you wouldn't need that.
No, and of course it's always personal preference. I do know that Mario, he's playing with the Exceed cue, and he used to play with a 2-inch extender. I'm not quite sure if he's still doing that.
Well, take a look at it next time he comes to the table. But Dennis has cleared another table. Dennis is playing perfect pool.
Yeah. To me, he's on 100% accuracy at the moment.
He is playing absolutely perfect pool. He has not missed a ball in 5 games that he's been at the table, and he's executed 3 shots. They were world-class shots, where he opened up a ball, the positional play. He's just done everything right. Now Mario has had problems with this shot right here.
2 scratches on the break already. Let's see how the 7th rack works for Mario He. Try again. Wow.
Well, so much for that 2-game difference we were going to see towards the end, but he can come
Well,
back. But
I
Dennis isn't
didn't hear the
making a
Fat
mistake.
Ladies sing yet, but
No,
so
that's right.
no, it's coming
I
all the
like
way
that.
from Mario, hey, for Dennis Grabe. Yeah, and you can see the 12 passes the free ball towards the corner, and that's hanging there for opening up the 9 ball.
Has anyone told you sound very much like Alex Lilly on the mic?
No, I've never heard that before.
Well, you've heard it now.
And I'll take it as a compliment.
It sure
that
is.
helped.
Alex a very good commentator, a great player. I met him when he was I think he was like 20, in his 20s. He came to Arizona and stayed here for a little bit. He toured the Southwest with a good friend of mine, and I actually had the opportunity to play him a little bit.
Yeah, he's a massive player, isn't it?
Yes, he is.
And
he fell in love with one pocket here.
yeah, he's still playing that in The Hague here in the Netherlands, quite a lot. And if there's one in the Netherlands who is a real pool addict, then it's most probably Alex Lely. So, issues here. Now, I'll tell you that it's quite easy to tell that the 7 is in the way for these last 2 balls. So he has to draw these 2 rails out around the 4. Don't miss this 15. Perfect.
I think Dennis has forgotten how to miss a ball.
Yeah, sometimes that happens to everybody, but it happens a lot to Dennis Grabe.
Yeah, he's in the zone.
Yeah.
And he's in a good position to get on this 14 from the 10, and the 8 ball is open to both pockets on the bottom of the table. So, looking very good for a 6th clearance.
Ooh. Now is the 1 ball in the equation?
It is.
So that means that he has to work a little bit, and because if he wants to avoid a kiss on the 1 ball, he has to draw it, and that means he has to cross it twice, going to the left rail, and ends up at the right side of the 8 ball. And the pace needs to be good then. Don't want to fall behind the 4. Look at
how beautiful that is.
Wow.
I mean, this whole match has been a highlight reel for shots.
Wow, another great speed. Because there was
Dennis has been to the tape. There was that 2 rail that coming around. He could have hit the 1. He could have hit the other ball on the side of it. He could have run past he could have run past his line and got behind the ball. I mean, Dennis has actually pocketed. Let's see, there's 8. 48 balls in a row. He hasn't missed a ball.
Yes, he did. No, indeed. Yeah, you're correct. Breaking off in the 8th rack, leading 6-1 now.
I've done a lot of commentary on the pros, and to tell you the truth, so far right now, I have not seen this in 8 ball or in 10 ball. I've seen one perfect match, but that was on a bar table, on the 7-foot table. And he's playing beautifully. I hope I didn't jinx him there, because I'd like to see him continue the entire game like this. He just needs this rack and 1 more.
Absolutely. And to be honest, I've commented on his match at, I think it was 10 ball. Yeah, it was 10 ball. And the speed he was playing in that match was incredibly high. It was very, how do you say that? Impressing.
High level. Impressive.
Yeah, impressive. High level, but yeah, if you watch that, then you had to talk like a rapper. That's quick. He finished a rack. but it was by times also sloppy. And he's now playing with a lot lower pace. But of course, there's nothing to say anything about sloppy because he hasn't missed a ball.
Well, 10 ball is a rotation game. This game is more a pattern game. And he lets the balls provide his pattern. Watch how he'll clear the top 3 balls when he gets to them. Watch how he'll clear them out here. I thought he's going to have to go up there now, isn't he?
I think he can stunt towards the 6 in between the 8. Go in between the... in between
perfect.
the 14 and the 8.
He lets the balls dictate his pattern. Yeah.
Use the end drill, go back up.
Slightly forward. He's going to come over for the same pocket. I thought he'd just go slightly forward, and I like this better though because he doesn't have to avoid the 15 and the 9. He'll come to the left side, 2 rails in the line.
And that's all open, so...
Look,
easy shots in the ending now again for Dennis. For another break and run, and already on the hill.
This isn't only impressive, Juris. This is also inspiring.
Absolutely.
Look how good he's playing.
Absolutely. 7-1 up.
Mario comes... Wow. Far from a 2-game difference in the end of the game or a hill, what you would expect.
Yeah, but the one thing you were absolutely right in, George, is when you said, well, it will probably all come down to the break.
And it has.
That's what you started with. And it has, definitely, yeah. So, to be honest, Mario is looking for his second good break in this match. Made a free ball on the side. Kept the cue ball on the table, so all good news for this.
Everything's open. Every solid is open.
Yeah, has the 7 as a starter. 2 rails out. The question is, he already took a look, is the 4 ball passing the 14 ball to the side pocket? That really helps in the route. He's taking stripes, isn't he? He is.
I'm a little surprised at this.
Yeah, only thing I can imagine is that the 4 ball doesn't pass the 14 to the side pocket, and it feels like that could be a challenge.
It's funny, but that's the only thing I see as to why he would have taken the stripes.
Yeah.
I thought, making the 3 on the break, being straight in on the 7, and everything open, the 4 had both corners open, he would definitely take the solids.
Well, there are many routes, of course, so with stripes there is some routes too. In the meantime, I've watched the cue and seen that he is no longer playing with a extension on his cue. But
Good
I do
call.
feel like he has an amazing looking cue. So now it also looks like he is leaving the 9 ball as his last ball.
Definitely, especially from here.
yeah, absolutely.
which isn't textbook, you say? Go ahead.
Yeah, textbook-wise, you wouldn't leave your last ball that far away from the 8 ball. But sometimes the routes are not as easy. Like for now again, he didn't leave himself the right angle on this 9 ball.
No, he's going to have to run the...
Yeah, Go ahead.
Go. He's going to have to run the cue ball around to get to the 8 ball now. Usually the key ball that you leave for the 8 is one next to it. For instance, the 6 ball, you shoot that with, try to get straight in on the 6 and shoot it. The 6 or the 2 would be a good, just about everything. Every solid would be a good key ball for the 8 right there. See the 1, the 5, the 4, excuse me. But he has to run around now. I can see him drawing to the side rail and over.
Yeah, I think he's topping it towards the 7.
He's top. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great move. Great shot. But there was danger there not to flick the 7. And this is all because of the root. But in the end, he made it. And got a second
and
break on the board.
And 2 break and runs for him. And he's also scratched twice, and that's been the difference. Both players, excluding the break, have not missed the ball.
No.
We are sponsored, folks, while Dennis racks these balls here. We are sponsored by the Predator Group, Iwan Simonis Billiard Cloth, Aramith Billiard Balls, Longoni Cues, Kamui Brand, Hansavest, Folger, and DATEL. Go to PredatorCues.com and you'll get to see this beautiful Predator arc table, a 3-piece slate with a K55 cushions. And all the players are in love with the new table here.
Yeah, I kind of like it too. You know, there are 4.
It's very sleek looking.
Yeah, I like it. 15 ball in the side, 14 in the corner, 10 in the corner, 3 ball not in the corner. That is quite interesting. That 3 ball, if that stays there, and that makes you have to choose the solids.
Solids. It ruined the party for Dennis because there's only 3 stripes to shoot.
Now, are you going to make the combination 5-3? I think so.
That'll open it up and you'll play the... Does a 7 go by the 13? If it does, it's very easy.
Yeah, I think so.
It goes to the other corner though. He's fine. He's...
Yeah, there it is. Now, the 5 ball is blocking the 6. So... he needs to work with that. Could take a little bit more distance, for example, close to the side pocket at the right side. Then you for sure have a shot on this 5 ball. Because the last thing is, you want to snooker yourself at the moment. Well done. So stop shot on the 5. And then from the 4 to the 6. Yeah.
Perfect.
Just the right angle. And go forward with some left side English. Spin it off. Probably go around the 8 to shoot the 8 in the same pocket. And to me, George, he played a perfect match then.
Well, all I see is every break and run, every time you broke the balls, and every time Mario broke the balls and scratched, he ran out. He has yet to miss a ball, and he has been in perfect position 99.9% of the shots.
Absolutely. And making
Beautiful
this 8
match.
ball, amazing play. Congratulations, Dennis.